Hi guys, it's your boy Fireman and I'm here to talk about my favorite character. And I know his event has already been finished, but I still use him because he's still very fun and useful to play with. And of course, that's none other than my boy Thancred. Thancred is a tank unit who's also a damager, but not damager like Stern or the old man Sid or Orlando. So we're gonna talk about his abilities first. He's a limited time character from the event Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. So we're gonna look at his chart or his dashboard. Dashboard, no. His ability board, I'm sorry. So, Thancred has two sub-jobs, which is Dragoon and Red Mage. Now, Dragoon is the one who's pushing his damage, while Red Mage is it's kind of weird for me to have a Red Mage as one of his sub-jobs, because as you can see, he's more into a physical character than a magic type character. But I don't know, maybe they have plans for this, but we'll get to see it in the future, of course. I'm gonna focus on his Gunbreaker sub-job abilities. Where is it? Okay. Because I usually use Gunbreaker as sub-job. Okay, so the first skill or the first ability that we're gonna talk about would be Super Belay. It produces a barrier that reduces the damage that you receive 3 times. You heard it right, it's 3 times, not 3 turns. And however, it consumes your own HP. That's the downside of it. But the good thing is, it's not by turn. It means that you'll have to receive 3 hits before it disappears. And the second ability of Thancred that we're gonna talk about is No Mercy. This one raises his own slash attack for 3 turns. I haven't maxed on my yet because it's really expensive to upgrade your character here, even its abilities. Okay, and the next ability that we're gonna talk about is Heart of Stone. Thancred is mainly a tank character, and this one really helps his tanking capability by raising his own his defense for 3 turns. Cool animation, huh? For the next ability, it would be his Aurora. This skill or this ability is the one that sometimes makes me happy and sometimes breaks my heart. Now, why does it make me happy? Because it gives or bestows regen to Thancred, which sometimes is based on his HP. What makes my heart break is that it has a percentage or a success rate of 60%, meaning it can go it would be successful, or sometimes it's not, which is bad for PvP or Guild Wars, because he will for the AI, he will keep spamming Aurora until it is successful, which wastes a lot of turn. And as you can see, boop, that's a lot of health points given for a fate of 30. So to increase the chances for this skill, I think you need to increase Thancred's faith for the success rate of Aurora to to uh, to increase. Though it would be still risky because raising faith, as we know, will increase your magic damage received. Now we're gonna move into Thancred's offensive abilities. First off, we're gonna discuss is Rough Divide, which deals a medium damage to target, and I like to call it the Blink Strike. It blinks from, let's see how many spaces, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's 4 spaces. So move here, do the Rough Divide. Oh, no, sorry. Here we go, Rough Divide. Now, tank's issue is that they can't move immediately to the spot that you need them to move. But Thancred here has that kind of advantage where he can initiate immediately in attacking his opponents, which in PvP or Guild War would be very, very advantage for tanks to initiate. Okay, on to the next skill. We're gonna talk about Blasting Zone. Now this one's a really tricky kind of skill, but really packs a lot of damage when you time it right. And this can turn the tide in a lot of battles for you. It can hit 2 tiles and has a casting time. Here you go. Bam. It killed a lot of tanks or other enemies. It's my favorite. Alright, the next one is Keen Edge. This skill gives 2 hit damage, and one of my favorite in getting missions done is to use this skill, especially when you have a stage that requires a 2 chain or more, or 2 elemental chain or more. Those ones are tricky, and these ones are the most easiest to use. Just borrow a low level Thancred from other players, or you can borrow the newly added unit, which is Ramza, who can do triple hit damage. Imagine the damage you can do by chaining. And I like the animation. 2 hits, 3 hits. Not so bad, right? Alright, and we go to the last ability, which is Burst Strike. This is a medium damage, single target, and a very close range one. Now, Thancred doesn't have a limit burst, which is kind of sad. You wanted to have like a cool animation for him because he's like my favorite character, but I don't know what's Gumi or Square Enix is planning for him in the future, or any future upgrades that will be coming, or even not, which is kind of sad. We can never tell, only Gumi. So that's it for his support and offensive abilities. I hope you guys have, for the Thancred users out there, you can imagine how he can be built or how he can use. And for the ones who did not get him, well, what do you think? Do you think he's kind of a worthy character that a character that got away, or it's just one of the wasted characters not worth your time and effort? Well, you decide. So let's talk about his passives. those green thingies. On the Gunbreaker passives, he has Camouflage, which raises his missile rest, of course, for protecting himself from Frederica's, Lucia in the future. Who else is he gonna hear? Oh yeah, Ryu. And other skills, there's a missile, of course. Next one would be Nebula. Nebula is appears raises his pierce resistance. I haven't upgraded mine yet because I haven't encountered any what you call this, enemy who's a threat using pierce skills. Next, this one is for his jump +1, a Dragoon sub-job passive. And we have his Red Mage sub-job passive, which raises his initial AP. It's really advantageous for you if you're on a rush in PvP. Especially, you don't need to charge up to use your offensive abilities. You can strike right away. But it's a case-to-case basis, of course. And this one builds up his HP, which helps his tanking or improves his tanking capabilities. And the last one, we have a Mage's Protection, which raises his magic attack resistance. Because by default, Thancred has a weakness of 30% on his magic resistance. If I did not equip the magic resistance passive, where is it? There we go. Remove that, and we get to see a whooping 30% reduction to the resistance, meaning he can easily be killed by magic. So that's why I put mine. So by looking at his ability passives, you can mix and match some of its passives depending on the situation or the dungeon or the enemies that you'll be facing, which is kind of cool for me. He's like a not so jack of all trades, but still effective. Mediocre on damage, and I think he's still mediocre on tanking. Engelbert is still effective as a meat shield for me, but I'm just enjoying using Thancred as a tank and a damager. It's just my opinion. I'm not the expert at this. I have not maximized my Engelbert as well, but from my experience, Thancred is really awesome at best. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try and do a live PvP battle with Thancred, and I'll show you guys how well he can do, or not well he can do. Because there are so many strong opponents like this one right now in the game. So let's see how this goes. Who are we going to focus with our attacks? I'm pretty sure Orlando's really our top choice to attack if we can put him down right away. So let's see how this goes. Okay, immediately kills my Ryu. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Ryu. And gonna rectified him. With that auto refresh, it's really so strong. Please do a critical, yes. Okay. Assuming that Ayaka is 8, 9, that means that Ayaka has full life, or full life with his white mage main job, which is going to revive Orlando, which is scary at the same time. So yeah, he's going to either revive Orlando or do a haste. Yeah, okay. We're gonna buff our attack. That's pretty enough to boost our damage. Not that strong or something. I think he's really gonna go for full revive with his Orlando. Crossing my fingers right now. So, come on. Where'd you gonna go? So here we are. Oop, this is one of my Shishult's weakness, which is lack of AP. Full life, please. And there we go. He's back again. That is unfair. What? Like what? His Ayaka's gonna use a good limit burst. That was clutch. That was clutch reaction. Wow. Really? Come on. Really? I need that clutch reaction some more. Come on. Old man's so strong, you know? That really hurts. No. Jiraga. That is so unfair. Okay. Well, at least I'm making him. Oh wow. Cure. Ouch. That hurts. And there goes my Thancred. Didn't win, but that was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. So that's all for today. Uh, what do you think? Was Thancred really worth to upgrade or not? Up to you guys. So enjoy. Have a good day.